lock on, go.
I'm Squadron Leader Paul Harrison. I am the current Texan Standardization Officer and work in one hangar here at Ohakea.
So I'm Steve Knowles, Lieutenant Commander. I'm one of the flight commanders at 14 Squadron.
Squadron Leader Richard O'Flaherty. My role is I am a flying instructor at Central Flying School.
Squadron Leader Matt Stapp, Officer Commanding Central Flying School.
So I grew up in Yorkshire and emigrated to New Zealand 6 years ago. My dad was a postman. I was brought up pretty simple. For whatever reason, from about 11, I told my dad I wanted to be a pilot, which was a bit weird.
Did a bit of everything, sports, school. I wasn't necessarily a high achiever in anything, but gave a lot of stuff a go, I guess.
I'd say I was a pretty quiet kid. Left university, went and saw the recruiter, said I want to be a pilot. My uni marks weren't very good. They told me I wouldn't be smart enough to be a pilot, but they offered me a career as an avionics technician. Didn't really know what it was, but I was keen to give it a crack anyway. I guess the timing was right when I was about 25 to reapply to be a pilot.
Well, I guess from a young age, being a pilot was something I really wanted to do, so I knew I was going to have to work hard for it. I was always interested in flying. I was in the training corps when I was in Christchurch. Realised then that this is something that I'd love to do for a full-time job.
First aircraft was a Buccaneer and was posted to Northern Scotland there, so I've done about 7 years in Northern Scotland. Second aircraft, I became an instructor and went to Anglesey, and then third aircraft was a Jaguar, which was down in Norwich, which is about 2 hours north of London, and I did two tours there. Coming here and the opportunity to fly with the Falcons was realised when I flew with the team 2 years ago, so this is my second time with the team.
Joined the Navy in 2012 as a ship driver or warfare officer. So did that for about 5 years, a whole bunch of different ships, sailing around the world, and then saw the light with the helos flying off the back. So thought I could look at giving that a go. I saw the Falcons first time when I was here on Wings course, when they stood up the first season of the Falcons. And just learning how to fly the Texan, it was pretty cool to see. And then reflecting back, remembered that as a kid I had stickers of the red checkers on my door and that sort of stuff. I guess I've always kind of known there's been a aerobatic display team, but never thought I'd be a part of it.
So I've been flying the Texan for a wee while. It's something I'd always wanted to do, put my name forward, and yeah, got told that I've made the team this year.
I've been in since 2007 when I started pilot training. Flew the Air Trainer, progressed onto the King Air 200, fly the C-130 at 40 Squadron for 6 years. After that, came back to do my instructor's course on the T-6.
The Texans are a great aircraft to fly as an initial trainer for our Wings course students, and then they're super capable throughout your career for the instructors. They can do display flying, fly instrument flying, low to the ground, do a whole range of different things for us, as well as make some noise and pump out some smoke. So yeah, pretty cool to fly.
When I think to back what we used to fly in the Air Trainer, a little piston side-by-side aircraft, we could achieve a lot for a lot of training out of that aircraft. The Texan is a whole next level operation. It's got a whole lot more kit. It's far more capable. It's got a pressurised cockpit. We fly on oxygen. It's a front seat, rear seat configuration. So particularly for the trainees. So we're not just the aerobatic display team. We also train pilots and train instructors here. So really cool to fly as a single pilot aircraft. We push our bodies to the limit during these sorties too. So pulling G-forces throughout the routine. So it's only about a 15-minute display routine for us, but through that we're pulling anywhere between up to 4G. The aircraft is capable of more, but typically our routine will take us up about there. The focus and the intensity involved to stay in position also is highly demanding, so we've got to make sure that we're fighting fit, going to the gym, going for runs, but also mentally fit, so we've got to make sure that we're well rested and that the focus is 100% there on the day.
All aircraft get hot and make a lot of noise and vibration, but the stuff we're doing in Texan as well, you've got a lot of gear on, helmets, mask. We're often pulling quite a lot of G. Yeah, the hour sorties we're generally doing for training. You come out of them, you feel like you've done a bit of a workout.
In this display this year, you'll see that actually everybody does their own little individual thing. So 3 pulls out and does an individual display, 2 pulls out and does an individual display. We fly to a minimum of 100 feet MSD. That's the minimum separation distance between the 2 aircraft. That is mandatory so we keep the aircraft safe. It's my job to maintain that separation, but it's also my job to do the fudges so that when we do the crosses, for example, it looks like we are closer than that 100 feet. Now 100 feet is only 3 times the wingspan of the aircraft, so it isn't a particularly large distance, but obviously as a visual illusion what we try and do is we try and make it look like we're going to hit one another or miss one another by a very narrow margin. So as number 5, as the synchro number 2, my job is to make those fudges work.
My job is, when we're in the 5 ship components, is to try and be really stable. And so I do some of the components such as the corkscrew, and then I have a small solo part as well as number 2.
Yeah, so Falcon 4, my main role, I guess, is making sure that the synchro pair, 4 and 5, are in the right place at the right time. We don't want to be there too early because we don't want to be in conflict with the other 3, but we don't want to be there too late where there's a big gap and the crowd are looking at nothing.
It's going to be interesting. There'll certainly be some nerves involved in the first display. Obviously the biggest one I'm looking forward to, Wanaka. That's just the absolute pinnacle of where I ever thought I could be flying the aircraft. I'm doing a display at Wanaka for tens of thousands of people, beautiful environment. It's going to be incredible. Really, really looking forward to that one.